Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXD Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Day 2 of the Jamaica Senior Athletics Championships. We're kicking things off with a preview of the men's semi-final for the 100 meters. And wow, when I tell you trackies, we have some semi-finals of DEATH. Yes, that is really and truly what is happening track is, and it literally underscores the fact that Jamaica has indeed returned to top flight sprinting. And another one man, and another two man, and another three man, and another four man. The all of them good, the all of them are fire, the all of them ready track is. But unfortunately, based on, the rules pretty much in sprinting in terms of how you progress, based on these, the fact that there are only two semifinals, they'll be taking three from each semifinal and the next two best times. Just think back to last evening trackies, how much good performances you saw, how many amazing athletes you saw running personal best trackies, and then think about the fact that they're only going to be taking three from two semifinals and the next two best times. This isn't a nine-lane track like some countries have a nine-lane track. This is an eight-lane track. So it's only eight athletes that will progress to the finals. And right now, track is I'm looking at these semifinals. I'm at a spin because I'm just looking at some amazing track and field athletes, men sprinters right now that potentially will not make it to the finals, track is. But look here, we're absolutely excited for the amazing performances. And you know what track is? As I said, it underscores that Jamaica has indeed returned to top flight sprinting. And another one man, and another two man, and another three man, and another four man, and another five man neither. And I can keep going on and on and on. The all of them good. Trackies, let's jump straight into the first heat, semi-final one of the men's 100 meters. We have Sachin Dennis, who last evening ran a 10.04 personal best. We have Nigel Ellis, who ran a 10.13 season's best. We have Ryan Ford, that ran a 10.02 season's best. We have Akeem Blake, that ran a 9.95 season's best. We have Kajan Golson, that ran a 10.12 season's best. We have Kishane Thompson, that ran a 9.82 personal best. We have Jelani Walker, 10.21. Then we have a Sandra Davison that ran a personal best 10 seconds on the nose. Did you hear those clock-ins? Did you hear those performances? And the mere fact say only three alone can automatically make it out of this race. And even when they say, all right, we have two more spot left, who are going to take them the two spot there? Because we have another semi-final to think about as well. Oh, this really a Gaga track is? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who would have thought that going from 2023 to 2024, Jamaica would have really come back so big in the 100 meters? So we all are spin and I say, Lord God, who not gonna make it? Who not gonna make it? We feel for them. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. But anyway, this is how the cookie crumbles. So we have to make sure, say, well, we have to select three, pretty much. So, based on this, clearly, Kishane Thompson, in my opinion, goes through with his 9.82. Clearly had much more left in the tank. When we talk about 9.6 coming, who was there talking about me and my Kishane Thompson and my 9.6 and then telling me, oh, think us a 9.6 go? Was that how you turned your mouth and talked to me? All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Well, maybe it won't come in the semi, but certainly the finals. The finals for sure. I'm expecting a throw down, right? But anyway, we're still selecting who makes it to the final. So as I said, Kishane Thompson for me. Also making it in as well, I believe Akeem Blake. I watched that race over and over again, and I know a lot of people were just focused solely on Kishane in the 9.82 race, but Akeem Blake was right behind him running 9.95. And for me, he also ran within himself as well for that 9.95. I believe he has more in the tank, and we could very well get a personal best from him this season. So he's back into the 9-8 realms. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Personal best to make it to finals actually. Who takes the third spot? This now becomes tricky because I'm looking at a Rhyme 4 that ran at 10.02 last evening that also had much more in the tank, in my opinion. And we all know he made it to the World Championship final last year where he ran a 9.95. Based on what I saw, looks like he's also in personal best shape. Rhyme Ford could definitely snatch third spot. But I'm thinking he will have some challengers, and I'm thinking the challengers will come from the likes of Sandra Davison. He ran a personal best at 10.00 seconds. Now, clearly, running a personal best means you're running faster than you've ever gone, right? But maybe he has more. Maybe he has more. Based on what I'm seeing here, track is, I believe these younger athletes will be coming out and, leaving it all on the floor. They're going to leave it all on the floor. And I believe Sandra is one of them that has the potential to leave it all on the floor and challenge for one of those three spots, as well as Ashashin Dennis. He ran a 10.04 last evening, right? So he is definitely entering the conversation as well with his 10.04. So, track is, that's five athletes, and only three of them must select, right? Off the bat, I will just go for who I thought looked like they had more left in the tank. And I'm going to say Kishane, Akeem, Raheem. And as a matter of fact, Akeem and Raheem could, practically trade places, based on how they perform in the actual semi, right? Because that's how, relaxed I thought Raheem Ford looked in his running as well. So let us see what happens in this finals, early semifinals, right? And who makes it to the next round. But yeah, that's my, initial call for the three, but it's sticky, guys. And as I said, a potential five could make it out of this heat. And let's take a look at the next semifinal because, as I said, they're all semifinals of DEATH. Yeah, that is literally what I'm looking at here. So in semifinal two now, we have Jazeel Murphy that ran at 10.11 seconds right last evening. We have Travis Williams. He ran a 10.13. And I believe Jazeel Murphy, that's a personal best for him. Then we have Brian Lavelle running a personal best, 10.07. We have Rohan Watson back in the thick of things. He won the national championships last season, 10.07. We have Julian Fort, 10 seconds on the nose. We have Oblique Seville, 9.98. We have Taekwondo Tracy, 10.10. And we have Jelani Garden, 10.09. Track is, this is even worse than semifinal number one. You know why? Because at least in semifinal number one, you can see separation. You can see separation between most of the guys. In semifinal two, other than one particular athlete really separating himself from the rest of the pack, you would say, based on previous performances and ease, most of these guys are literally bunched up in the same spot, are literally bunched up in the same spot. Track is, we are going to get some absolutely phenomenal performances. So let's jump straight in. That 9.98 from Oblique Seville, I talked about it last evening. The man just get up and start jog. Wow. What an amazing run from Oblique Seville. He's ready. He's definitely ready for the semifinals. Track is, and I'm here for it. Right, he takes this race clearly comfortably for me. I'm looking at potentially, Julian Fort taking, the second spot. Now, Julian Fort to me also looks like he had more left in the tank. So that 10 seconds on the nose, I definitely think he has some to give. And also, he could be one of those men that are on the verge of personal best. Just like how I think an Oblique Civil is on the verge of a personal best. Same thing for Julian Fort. Now, I think he's on the verge, sorry, of a personal best as well. As a matter of fact, all of these athletes would potentially run a personal best in the semifinals just to make it through to the finals. Also Atibi right now, track is it too at right now, he at, and some people just not gonna make it. Track is, oh my gosh, right? So that's two down. And we have Rohan Watson, Brian Lavelle, Taekwondo Tracy, Jelani Garden, Jazeel Murphy, and Travis Williams. Who takes that third spot? Track is, I'm looking at anywhere between Brian Lavelle, Rohan Watson. Brian Lavelle to me looks like he had more last evening with his 10.07. He's going to need to pull out that more to make it. Rohan Watson didn't get the best start last evening, but he came on, in my opinion, in the last phase of the race, right? He's definitely going to have to get all his phases right and execute a fantastic race, in my opinion, to make sure that he makes it into this final. Both of them sit at 10.07 seconds right now. Then we have an Taekwondo Tracy, 10.11. He was also looking over in the race last evening. Clearly, he has much more. He's gonna have to pull it out. There's a Jelani Gardner in this race. He fell last evening, after his race 10.09. But let's see if he has much more in the well, not much more, but more at least in the tank that he'll be able to pull out in this race, in the semifinal race, to try to get in. I think though that those are that last important third spot is going to be between Brian Level, Rohan Watson, and Taekwondo Tracy. That's where I think that last all important third spot is going to come from. And then we have to literally start banking on times. Times is where I'm literally going to be looking at who are the other athletes that make it into the semifinal. Will semifinal two have fast enough times to match semifinal one? Not necessarily, because here we have a Sandra Davison that is right now sitting on the bubble. We have a Sachin Dennis also sitting on the bubble. So we could have potential in the non-automatic qualifiers coming from semifinal number one. So after the performance based on semifinal number one, the guys in semifinal number two no say them have to go take up them foot and run. Them have to go take up them foot and run if them want make it trackies, because some people are just gonna get left behind. And again, it's not because they're not awesome, but everybody good. Everybody good. I can't believe in 2024. No, well, I've been talking about it, but still watching it, play out on screen trackies. I am in utter awe seeing Jamaica actually return to top flight male sprinting. Welcome back, guys. I'm proud of you guys. But yeah, only eight make it through to the finals. Trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who will make it through to the finals? And what about the clash now that will be coming up between a Kishane Thompson and a Oblique Civil? Based on what I saw last evening, Trackies, it's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close, right? We know Oblique Civil gets the start. Clearly, Kishane Thompson got the start, right? Last evening. Now we have to think about top ends. We saw Oblique Civil disconnect from the field, literally, when he was running against a Noah Lyles. And he just kept going, right? Tracky. So clearly his top end is not weak at all. Kishane Thompson has a crazy top end as well. Track is it's going to be an amazing final. I can say that much. And I think clearly it's going to go down between a Oblique Civil and a Kishane Thompson. May the best man win. I don't know if we're gonna see the return of the yellow flash at this particular point. That's what I'm calling Kishane right now. Don't know if the yellow flash is going to, come out and surmount everybody, but that's the vibe I'm getting right now. That's literally the vibe I'm getting right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he literally defeats a Oblique Civil Trackies. But guess what? That's not a negative. I've been telling you all. Him coming out and running fast is great for Jamaica. Oblique Civil coming out and running fast is awesome for Jamaica. And I'm here for it. 1-2, we say. 1-2, we're going to the top. What's that song again? We rising to the top. All right, that is it. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course, and subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.